Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. And today in the Bangkok Post, it seems the Tourism and Sports Ministry is now poised to collect 500 baht, a 500 baht fee from foreigners starting next year to transform the tourism industry. The Tourism and Sports Ministry is poised to start collecting a 500 baht tourism fee for a tourism transformation fund next year, with the budget following a co-payment model. The Center for Economic Situation Administration last week approved the creation of the fund, which is expected to subsidize projects that transform the industry, focusing on high-value and sustainable tourism. Yuttasak Supasorn, Tourism Authority of Thailand governor, said the fee collection of 500 baht per person should start next year, with the aim of collecting 5 billion within the first year, assuming 10 million foreign arrivals in 2022. This is supposed to help the country restructure from mass tourism to high value or a bio-circular and green economic model and environmentally concerned tourism. Seems I've heard that before, but let me continue. The fund is also meant to budget insurance and development projects for foreign visitors that require government initiatives rather than the private sector, including those needing matching grants from local administrations, said Mr. Yuttasak. So far, I really only have a vague understanding of what they're getting at here, aside from they want money from every person, every tourist. At least they're saying foreigner, and they're also saying tourist. So I'm not sure, is it going to be all foreigners coming into the country, or is it only going to be tourists coming into the country? After this concept is approved, the Tourism and Sports Ministry and TAT are required to have discussions with related authorities about setting up the fund committee and funding mechanisms, such as how to collect the fee from the tourists, he said. I don't understand why it would take committees to figure out how to get the money from the tourists. I would think that's fairly simple, but then, again, what do I know? The committee must develop I'm rolling my eyes. The committee must develop a criteria to determine which projects are eligible for financial support. The additional cost won't have an impact on tourists, as we want to focus on the quality market, said Mr. Yuttasak. They've been focusing on that for quite some time now, or at least they're saying they're going to focus on quality tourism. And I think they're putting the cart ahead of the horse at this point, but we hope this fund will support a national tourism makeover, creating more safe and clean places. He said the fund's objective is not to tackle the financial impact of the pandemic, but rather focus on long-term local economic growth. It seems like a bunch of gobbledygook to me, but I would have a few questions, and one of those questions is, the first question is this for all foreigners entering Thailand, or is this only for tourists? Because that seems to be a little bit unclear at the moment. And the other thing is, isn't there tax revenue from those people who are paying taxes in Thailand that helps with this sort of thing? Don't they have any kind of a budget for this, or has the pandemic completely wiped this out? Because it seems strange that they don't have any of this figured in, or maybe it's just not enough. I don't know. But from a foreigner's perspective, and I have seen many comments so far, and very few of them are saying, oh, it's only 500 baht. Now, it is only 500 baht. That's not very much money. That's about $15 and some change, US dollars and some change. It's not very much money. However, it seems to many foreigners that they believe this is another case of the Thai government, rather, I should be clear about that, the Thai government, trying to milk the cow dry. And there's no. This is similar to like when there are no customers in bars, and so instead of the price of a beer being say 100 baht, they raise the price to 150 baht, so that when the scant number of tourists do go into the bar, they go, hey, wait a minute, it was 100 baht 3 days ago when I came in. Now you're raising it to 150 baht. That's what it would seem to me. There's no tourists here, very few people willing to come in as tourists, international tourists, and yet they want to charge more money so that they can revamp their system. And to me, like I said, that seems to be putting the cart in front of the horse. What is Thailand going to do when the majority of tourists and the majority of expats say, I've had enough of Thailand and their constant changes and their constant desire to gather more and more revenue, and they say, I'm out of here? What is Thailand going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to lose another 20% of their revenue, the country's revenue? They're just going to allow that to happen? Is that what they want? Because I would say that while people will definitely come here, it's very little money. I think it's the principle, and those people who have been coming to Thailand, they know things are changing here. They have changed quite a bit. This is not the place that maybe I once came to before, and many of them are like, there are other places to go. And this may go away soon, the certificate of entry, between the insurance, which there is something about insurance in this article. I have no idea really what that is referring to. And the insurance to come in because of the pandemic and the hoops you have to jump through. Only the hardcore Thailand aficionado is going to come here, or those people who are really dying to come here for the first time. And I think they're kidding themselves. And I've said this before, but stranger things have been known to happen. You don't want to count Thailand down because there are a lot of positives here. There are a lot of reasons to come here. I'm wondering, are they banking on the Chinese and the Indians and the Russians to come, and then the rest of the world is just going to say, well, when I feel like going, I'll go, and I don't want to have to pay for insurance or what have you. I dare say that people will pay the 500 baht fee. In the old days, it used to be that there was a 500 baht departure fee that you had to pay in cash, which is could be a bit of a hassle, because sometimes, if you didn't have the 500 baht in your pocket when you're leaving, you had to go to the ATM or whatever, get the 500 baht and pay them. Then it got incorporated into the price of the ticket, which made things much more seamless. And they raised the price to 700 baht. So you're paying a 700 baht departure fee. Now you're also paying a 500 baht entry fee so that they can transform their tourism industry. And I'm wondering, so for this, when is it that the tourists are going to benefit from all of these funds that they are raising from their different endeavors? That's another question I have. And what I would say is, in Thailand, in many places, you need to pay to use a toilet. It used to be 2 baht, 1 or 2 baht, then it went up to 3 baht. Some places it's still 3 baht, sometimes it's 5 baht, sometimes it's as much as 10 baht. And I can tell you from experience that I have seen things in those toilets that you do not want to see in your lifetime. And this is because they took the 5 to 10 baht, and I don't know if they just paid the water bill, but it didn't seem like those toilets were any cleaner. And they were the kind of toilet that tourists, or anybody else for that matter, would want to go and use. Now, this is not in every case, of course. There are clean toilets in Thailand. I'm not saying that there are not. However, like I said, on more than one occasion, and I would say probably half a dozen times over my time here in Thailand, I have walked into the restroom and went, no, whoa, I gotta leave. And you can never unsee what you see when you go in there. And believe me, there are things that I've seen that are disgusting. So where did that money go? And so now I'm wondering, is it going to be the same way? Are they going to say, oh, well, we want to have a greener Thailand. We want to have a cleaner, safer Thailand. Are they going to get rid of the various mafias around the country? The taxi mafia, the jet ski scams, the jet ski mafia. How are they going to curb these things? What does this mean for dual pricing? They're gonna still have the dual pricing. I understand it, and you know the way around it is you make your choice by either paying or not paying, either coming to Thailand or not coming to Thailand. It's not going to make a difference for me. If I leave, I'll pay the 500 baht. Now, as someone who is a foreigner but not a tourist here, I don't know why I'm paying towards a tourism transformation fund. Maybe they should make that a little bit clear. And this is like many instances. The media comes out with an article. It's somewhat vague, and I would like to see some of the specifics. Now, I don't know if I'm ever going to see the specifics. Generally, the specifics come out very, very slowly. They're doled out in small doses, and by the time everything is put into place, most people have had enough of reading about it, and they just figure, whatever, I'm going to pay whatever I have to pay. And like I said, the money is you're talking about a small amount of money. You're talking about a large number of people, supposedly. They're assuming 10 million foreign arrivals in 2022. I guess it's going to depend on the pandemic whether those people come. But this is one of those situations, again, where I'm left shaking my head, wondering, well, what's going to happen next? Is it going to work? Or is it just another one of those things that they're throwing up on the wall and they'll hope that it's going to stick? Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you very much for joining me. Please remember to leave a thumbs up and to subscribe. Check down the description. And until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerkan mai. That's good luck and see you later.